After any attack, the inevitable response of government is to call for even more security.
We need to make sure that our intelligence services have the ability to get into situations like encrypted WhatsApp.
All the time, the dynamic is the balance between surveillance and privacy. That's what the argument's about, where the two meet.
It would be difficult to overstate the breadth and scale of malicious cyber activity occurring today.
We need to be able to have capability that lets us track them and monitor their communications in the modern world.
Technology in the last 20 years has changed so much that it's a golden age for spies and the police.
The world is awash with stories and revelations about cyber attacks, wiretapping and surveillance.
With respect to the President's tweets about alleged wiretapping directed at him by the prior administration, I have no information that supports those tweets.
Some surveillance stories appear entirely bogus, some seem legitimate, some politically motivated, and most contain an element of all three.
The Russian government has engaged in espionage against Americans. Then they have given that information to WikiLeaks, as 17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed, to influence our election.
WikiLeaks began its new series of leaks on the Central Intelligence Agency, codenamed Vault 7.
Among the techniques listed are signals intelligence hacks, which target consumer goods like cell phones and TVs and turn them into monitoring devices. They target the devices at root level, making any encryption redundant by using so-called zero-days vulnerabilities.
A zero-day vulnerability is a weakness in a piece of software even the manufacturers of the software or hardware do not know exists. There is no fix for it because they have known about it for 0 days. The US government explicitly said if they discovered security flaws in widely used software, they would report them to the manufacturers. This shows that they take that promise with a grain of salt.
I work for...
Sorry, I don't know your name.
Oh, sorry. My name is Edward Snowden. I go by Ed. I'm 29 years old. I work for Booz Allen Hamilton as an infrastructure analyst for NSA in Hawaii.
What Snowden did was show, actually, this is for real. And it was on a scale that people just couldn't grasp. Instead of just being able to target a few individuals here and there, they could access, theoretically, very close to just about the entire planet.
The NSA won't listen to your phone calls. They don't have enough people to actually listen to everyone's phone calls. They have to work in a different way. Analysing metadata, taking information like every phone call made by at&t users, who it was from, who it was to, and how long it lasted. If you want to do targeted surveillance tomorrow, you don't know who it will be on, but you're pretty sure you'll want to know something that happened today, the only real way to do that is to just record everything. And then if, in 3 weeks' time, someone else finds that one person's a bad guy, you can retroactively trace through their signals and see who they're speaking to. Part of the importance of this bulk data collection is that it allows you to retroactively target it. But in the meantime, you're collecting everyone's.
But there's an important distinction to be made between Snowden's NSA mass surveillance revelations and the WikiLeaks CIA revelations. The NSA involves metadata collection of everyone. The CIA's zero-day tools, while incredibly powerful, are most useful when targeted at individuals. But they're expensive to prepare, difficult to install, and risky to run.
They are wary of using this. If someone finds their phone's been hacked, they may well tell Apple, they may well take it to a Genius bar, it gets out, and then you can't use that anymore. Which is reassuring. The CIA is not going to burn its secret key to take a look at my selfies.
The CIA, the NSA, but this isn't just an American story.
Edward Snowden, when I saw him in Hong Kong, asked him about GCHQ, and he said GCHQ are worse than the NSA.
Terrorist attacks and their threat are tipping the balance away from privacy and towards ongoing mass surveillance.
The intelligence agencies, police aren't going to give these tools back. So the only way you can rebalance it is to proper judicial and political oversight. Parliament does not engage in proper or any meaningful oversight of the intelligence agencies. They take it on trust. When one of these commissioners appeared before the Parliamentary Select Committee, and he said that he'd gone down to GCHQ and said, you know, I've seen these Snowden disclosures, is this something we should be concerned about? And GCHQ said, no, nothing to worry about. And he accepted that. I mean, that's not scrutiny.
When Amber Rudd called on WhatsApp to take down the necessary hashtags, I think was the phrase, it really felt like someone had messed up. It was just such an incoherent launch into an incredibly complex and difficult problem. The government says that it wants to just do very targeted surveillance on this one person's account. The problem with WhatsApp, with end-to-end encryption in general, is that that's not really possible. The entire system needs to be broken. To enable targeted surveillance on one terrorist's messages, you have to hack every single WhatsApp user at once. I do wonder whether Amber Rudd fully knew what she was asking for.
Since 9/11, and including 9/11, there's absolutely no evidence that all that mass surveillance has actually stopped a single terrorist attack. But privacy is under threat in a way it's never been before.